there's a bus that goes. I mean, there are other ways. There are. They're
Okay,
longer.
I didn't know of a bus. But
Yeah, there's a bus from
that's
Hollywood
24
Highway.
hours?
Yeah, there's
That's
a couple
good.
of buses. They don't run frequently. They're like once an hour.
Right, once an hour. So he's
But I
supposed
mean-
to stand outside and freeze in the meantime?
Well, see, this is where I am like, look, you have to plan your evening correctly.
True.
When you know that the last train goes at a certain time, then you get your ass to the train in time. You don't not.
He was actually really pumped to take Cahuenga Pass.
Well.
And he's
so-
well lit and he's
so
a
but-
very
but- but-
safe
but if-
cyclist.
but if, you know, I've taken it.
Uh-huh.
You just accept that responsibility. You don't blame. I mean, there are going to be drunk drivers everywhere, and you don't blame the road. It's not meant for cyclists to go at night. So when you decide to head up Cahuenga, that's a chance you take. And you can't blame people or things. You got to accept responsibility.
I can blame a drunk driver for not being aware.
Well, a buy now thing with as many people who
New
are
York
hopping.
has 24 hours.
Hold up, but New York has had trains for almost 100 years.
I know, but we've been around.
But Los Angeles.
I don't think it works to make
hold up.
excuses,
don't,
though.
Don't. You guys are arguing with the way things have been for a long time and looking for overnight change.
Overnight?
This city has been a car-driven city as long as Los Angeles has been.
It used
It's
to have
spread out.
the electric car.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was a
There
long
were
time.
tracks.
That was a long time ago, and the reason why they didn't exist is people like Chevrolet and Firestone bought out the stations and the property around them, so they couldn't travel anymore. So then the city and the mayor of Los Angeles back then needs to be on the pay.
Right.
So,
That's disgusting.
but these are why these things exist. So we can't change that. So instead of saying, well, why isn't, well, we can't change that. It's in the process of changing. And it is. We got the blue line? Or the one that's going out to the beach. The one that goes down Exposition. They're building a new extension. That one's a really good one. I mean,
What makes it so good?
because
Runs all night?
it's well, that's a step. I mean, people don't use it all night. And so it costs a bunch of money
So
to
then it
operate
used to
that.
run all night and people weren't using it?
Well,
so...
it never ran all night here because.
Well,
it's
so
not,
how do we know people aren't using it? If
Right,
we
you
had it
don't
run
know
all
until-
night,
Hold
then
on.
people would
I'm
use
not
it.
the metro, but what I do know is that people rarely pay when they go, which is it takes money to operate those things. Okay, so until they start to enter a real ticket system where people have to pay, people are going to continue to hop. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way that it is. So until that is in place, what can we do but find different ways to get around? Take the bus or something else. But I've taken it. I've taken that chance.
Right.
And I've gone off a cliff on my motorcycle. And I've been unable to walk for a year. I understand what it means to take to accept the consequences of my actions, which is why I'm such a firm believer in it. So if you're gonna take a chance and fall and then yell at the person who made it that way, like, look, we didn't make it for you to do that. You can't be mad at that. When you take your chances, understand that. Now we can discuss something moving forward, but
I think I kind of agree with you, and I do completely agree with accepting the consequences to your actions, 100%.
so when you take a dangerous route.
But if you've got a backlight and you're riding your bike on the street, yes.
It's a dark road. It's a road that people travel on fast. When you're
yeah,
driving that
but
fast,
there's a speed limit for a reason.
But hold up.
So
Hold up. Don't. People break the rules all the time on everything.
Well,
I don't understand though. Like you're saying he got hit for a reason because this car was maybe drunk or not paying attention.
No, what I'm saying is when you go up the road like that specific road, it's a dark road. There's no room on the side for you to veer off. It's either road
There's plenty of room.
No, it's either road or then
You're
there's
talking about
grass.
the light and on. Because
Yeah.
for the whole beginning of the Cahuenga Pass, there's like a whole shoulder
I'm
that's
talking
like...
about the point that matters, which is when you basically pass the Hollywood Bowl. That's the
Okay.
only place an accident's going to really happen. Or people who are just gassing to go to the 101.
Right.
Okay. Now, I'm not justifying what they
It
do.
feels like you are.
No, what I'm saying is it happens. We know it happens. Don't go there with an argument of it shouldn't happen and why is everyone mad at me? I'm like, if you know that happens there and you still go there, if you get into an accident, well, you knew that when you went up Cahuenga. Don't get into the accident and say, damn, why are they going so fast afterwards?
But I think that's wrong though, because we as cyclists who choose not to drive a car and want to be, I think he should be able to take that road if he wants to.
That's not the point right now, because right now it's not set for that. And because there is no.
So what, we need more lighting?
No, what I'm saying is there needs to be more lighting.
Signs. Watch out for.
There needs to be all that, but that is not this discussion.
Okay.
This discussion is.
But that's how we get that to happen.
But hold on, but that's not what this is about.
Right, it's a different discussion.
We are talking about what happened then, and I'm saying it sucks. But when you take that route under those conditions, and something happens, don't go mad at the city. You get mad at the city before you go there.
I don't think he's mad at the city.
Well, we're talking about your follow-up discussion, which is, well, why this and shouldn't it be different? I'm like, well, those may all be true. But when you make the choice to go up that dark road, and you're hard to see, even in optimal conditions, it's hard to see a cyclist. You're doing 40, 50, and these guys have a little single light, like, what? I've almost hit people. And I'm a driver and a cyclist, okay? Mm-hmm. And especially if I'm not expecting to see a bike there, okay? I'm not justifying what happened, what the driver did. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm not gonna be mad at the city for that. I'm like, you know what? I should have just taken the train, should have taken the bus, should have called somebody. I should have got here earlier to avoid this.
Yeah,
that's my only point.
I told him to let this propel him into taking action to help protect other cyclists from this happening to them. The same fate.
That's what you do with it.
For sure.
Versus,
I agree.
You guys suck, and somebody owes me a check. You know.
Yeah. No, that's not him.
I'm not saying he was.
Okay.
But on that note, it's now 7:08.
Where's the time go?
The time just goes, especially as we start bike talking.
Okay, so
and we have we've got studio guests here today. Woo-hoo, plus we have people here earlier. It's been a great episode.
We have to remind them of your time and meetup and all that jazz.
Tomorrow is the cool ass ride. We meet up at Wilshire and Hoover. Meet at 1, riding at 2. We'll be doing the downtown bridges as sort of like up to Highland Park and around LA River, mostly the LA River. Yeah, mostly LA River. So we did this first part of this ride back in, I think it was June or July, but we didn't get to finish all the bridges. I mean, there's too many to do in one day anyway, but we sort of got distracted and sidetracked at Zenku Sushi downtown. We went in to get something to drink, and
one thing led to another.
One thing led to another. Picture here, picture there.
Next thing you know,
sushi.
Naked girls covered in
there's
sushi.
Holes everywhere. So we're like, you know what? We're going to pick this ride up later. So we're going to be continuing that. And just so you guys know, what I do with my rides is when we get to every bridge, I usually have information prepared about that bridge so that when we get there, you know what it's about. Maybe the architect, why the design was the way it was, when, if it was remodeled or renamed, whatever I can find out about the bridge, I'm making so that when you walk away from my ride, every bridge, you know a little bit more. So that's what it's about.
So I'm not quite sure what this means, but the alternative to critical mass, its start location is saying anywhere. And they ride at 7 p.m.
That's like 10 minutes ago.
Anywhere or...
Oh, so you better get on your bike right now. So I guess the objective here is, let us seek a better alternative to the old ways of CM so that it will lead towards cooperation on a full-scale level. To let this ride become a catalyst for change in the way critical mass is handled. So basically they're saying get on your bike and just start riding at 7 p.m. 10 minutes ago. Ride this Friday. That's what Reverend Dax says. Everyone should ride their bikes every day, but everyone should ride their bikes on the last Friday especially. Too bad not everyone. Okay. Blah 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 blah. So get on your bike right now and start riding.
Now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Oh, I
go
wanted to do
get on
that.
your bike. Go.
Gotta go.
It's
Yeah.
actually, there's a link as to where it's happening.
Okay. Do you know that link
It's behind, it's underneath the.
at the
what you just
bottom?
read.
Okay, well, hold on. You gotta go to Midnight Riders because
Yeah, go to
the
Midnight
store's
Riders, check it
closing,
out.
And we got a
Carlos Rivera, hope you're doing okay. You got
Yeah.
hit by a bus. Thankfully, there was a citation given by the police and everything's being handled, but I think he's still in pain. So is Matt Reyes. Hope you're feeling better. Peter Ruby led his first ride last night, the Russian ride. They were totally Russian. And I don't mean the race, I mean the pace. Okay, and the rest, just check out our Midnight Riders or on Facebook. See you next Tuesday.
So that's it, you guys. Another great show. Thanks for checking us out. That's Kitty Cat.
Meow.
Cool ass Mike. This is Synergy Cycles. We'll be back next week. But for now, check out the Twitter at Bike Talks, or check out the website biketalks.tv. You can check out the archives and all that stuff. So in the meantime, in between time, ride safe, and we will see you guys next week. Peace and hair grease.